Everything just in case.
Yo, what up everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka G-Lauren33. I am back here today with an official review of My Hero Academia Heroes Are Rising. Alright, got to see the film in the English dub earlier today with a couple of my homies. Shout out to Nate, Geneva, and James. You guys are watching this video. It was good to watch the film with some good friends. And we're going to talk about it. Just to let you guys know, quick warning, this video will contain spoilers. So if you do not want to be spoiled for Heroes Rising, if you guys haven't got to see the film yet, I suggest you guys go see it. It's only out in theaters for a limited time. I know there's a lot of anime fans that, rather wait to watch a film, when it comes out on DVD or online or whatever way, they rather not go to the to the theater. I said this when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. I'm going to say this also for Heroes Rising. This is a film you're going to want to experience in a theater. Alright? The music, the seeing it on the big screen, everything. The environment, if you're seeing it with a lot of other anime fans, like I got to see it, you guys are going to have fun. And you're going to be there with people that love anime and love My Hero just as much as you do. So definitely, if you guys have not got to go see it in theaters yet, definitely go see it. This is your final spoiler warning. So if you guys do not want to be spoiled, I suggest you guys click out the video. I'm going to do my best not to make this video super long. I am a little bit sick. If you guys can't hear it in my voice, man. I think I'm coming down with a cold. I'm trying to get rid of it. So if I don't sound like I normally sound, forgive me, man. I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm getting that, late winter cold. I usually get like one of these every winter. So definitely try to fight that. But getting into My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, a lot of people are going to ask, is this movie canon? All right. Kind of. All right. Kind of. And I'll explain why. Heroes Rising is a standalone movie. It takes place in its own universe, but it's everything that's happened in the anime. It's like Deku getting One for All, All for One versus All Might. All those events happen in this parallel universe, alright? The only thing that's non-canon is this movie. It doesn't take place in the main timeline. But this movie takes place just around the end of Season 4 of My Hero Academia. So even though it's not canon, the movie came out right around the perfect time because we're nearing the end of Season 4 in the anime right now. And definitely, this movie came out at a great time because I know Season 4 is a little bit slow right now. There's not too much going on. So definitely, this movie definitely makes up for the slow pace in the anime. But this movie was fantastic. The action was great. The story was a little bit generic for me, but it worked out. It didn't bother. It didn't ruin my experience at all. The music was perfect. There was not a lot of new music in this movie. They mainly just used the soundtrack that they had for they used for the anime, but it didn't bother me any bit. I know there's going to be people that compare this to the first My Hero Academia movie, Two Heroes, and definitely you guys can do that. I'm definitely going to see the movie again in English subtitles, and I'm planning to see it in 4DX when I go see it in the English subtitles, because I'm a guy that prefers the Japanese language. The English dub was fine. Alright, My Hero Academia is one of the only shows that I watch in English dub. Dragon Ball, Naruto, My Hero, those are probably the only shows that I usually watch in both English sub and dubbed as well. So definitely the dubbed was great, but I definitely want to go see it in English subtitles with the Japanese audio and with the 4DX. So definitely, if you guys want me to do a review on that, let me know. But getting into the movie itself, the plotline's pretty generic. They have this villain 9, and basically what he wants to do is he wants to recreate his own society. Alright, he has this society in his head, and he wants to recreate that society in reality. He wants a world without heroes, where everything is based off power and power alone. And to be honest with me, I didn't mind Nine as a villain. He's kind of a badass, but my main problem with him is he just felt generic. He just felt generic. And I know there's going to be a lot of people comparing him to All for One because the big thing about Nine is he has the ability to use 9 different quirks. All right, he's just like All for One. He can steal quirks and use those quirks alongside his own. But the weakness that Nine has is when he uses his quirks too much, the quirks that he steals too much, his body turns on him. You know, his body just can't keep up, and that's his main weakness. So basically, what he needs is he needs a quirk that will allow him to not get tired and not let his body turn on him. Basically, a cell activation quirk, and that's where the main story goes. So basically, there's these kids. Their names are Katsuma and Mahoro. All right, there's the kids you guys see in the trailers. Basically, what Nine is after is the kid Katsuma. Katsuma, I hope I'm saying his name right. Yeah, Katsuma, that sounds better. He has a cell activation quirk that he got for his dad. Nine does attempt to take that quirk from his dad, but he can't because Nine has type B blood and Katsuma's father has type A blood, and his quirk only works on type A. So, but Katsuma has type B blood. So Nine's plan is to take Katsuma's quirk, so then basically he won't have any more weaknesses when he fights, which will basically make him OP. There are characters in the manga that do appear in this movie that we haven't seen yet in the anime. I'm talking about Hawks. Hawks is a very popular character in the manga, and we get to see his anime debut. And I love his voice actor. I love his character already. I definitely can't wait for him to get more of a role in season 5 based off where the anime is gonna leave off. So definitely, once season 5 comes around, that's when we'll see Hawks have a much bigger role in the story. Also, the Doctor and Shigaraki. You guys know Shigaraki. He's the head of the League of Villains. If you guys have read the manga, you guys know what's going on. It basically, if you guys have read the manga, it makes this movie easier to understand because there are a lot of things in this movie that take place in the manga that haven't happened in the anime yet. So definitely, you don't have to read the manga to watch this movie, but still, there are some things that might confuse, someone that only watches the anime. But luckily, I read the manga. You guys know I cover it here on the channel basically every single week. So you guys know this movie was easier to understand. I had to sit in the theater and actually explain some of the things to my friends so they can understand the movie a little bit more. Like, for example, Deku has the air gloves that he has in the manga, which he hasn't yet received in the anime. Things like that. But getting into it, the story is very clear. Basically, the villains attack Nabu Island, where our heroes are doing actual hero work, because Nabu Island is known not to have much villain activity. And Class 1A, they're on their own. They have no way of well, they do have a way, but basically the village cut out all the electricity and the cell service, so it makes it much more difficult for our heroes to send out help for from UA and the pro heroes. But basically, at the core, which is the best thing, this story is a story about Deku and Kachan. All right, this movie goes into the past, basically when they were kids, and it basically details their entire relationship up to this point in the story. I absolutely love it. I love it. There are so many great moments between Deku and Kachan. People who may not like Kachan because of his personality, go watch this movie. It makes Kachan's personality so much easier to understand, and you kind of, you can kind of figure out why he has the mentality that he has. Even though he's explosive, and sometimes people think Kachan's actually a villain. No, Kachan's Kachan's nowhere close to a villain. All right, this guy actually wants to be a hero, man. And I love Kachan. Deku, sometimes I can find him annoying, but his reasons, him and Kachan together, they make a fantastic duo. And now I'm going to get into the action part. Basically, one thing that this movie does really well, it gets everybody in Class 1A a moment to shine. Even I'm not gonna say the bottom feeders, but the members of Class 1A that we don't focus on a lot. I'm talking about Mineta, Oyama, those characters. They even get a couple of moments to shine. I really love what they did with Oyama and Mineta in this movie. And then everybody else gets a moment to shine, from Uraka to Ida. Todoroki gets a wicked awesome moment when they're going up against the villains. There's 4 main villains. 9 is the big one, and he has these like 3 henchmen that are his partners and willing to do his bidding. Slice, which is the one with the female with the red hair. They have this Band-Aid's mummy. They also have the wolf character. So basically, yeah, but basically the final battle, there was some very awesome moments between Uraka and Deku. I'm just waiting for, at this point, why can't Deku and Uraka just become a couple already? Like, come on. They've been teasing it for 4 seasons and the movies now. Like, we can tell these two are destined to be with one another. There's a very awesome scene with Deku, or like where Nine like knocks Uraka unconscious, and Deku catches her in midair, and like it's a very sweet moment. Like Uraka's like, Deku, my hero. Oh, I absolutely love that. Those two are meant to be together. But I really want to get focused on the battle between what's his name, Deku, Kachan, and Nine. All right. Now the last part of this movie is basically all about Deku, Kachan, and Nine. Even though there's other fights going on, that's the big battle of this movie. And I love the tension. I love the emotional conflict there. I laughed. I cried. There was a good amount of comedic relief in this movie. If there was an emotional moment, there was usually a joke, no matter if it was from Kachan or one of the other characters, that would, make you laugh. And remember that this is an anime movie at its heart. But the big thing here is, basically at the end, to defeat Nine, Deku decides, alright, to defeat Nine, I'm going to transfer One for All to Bakugo. And at first, Bakugo hesitates to do so because he has this rivalry with Deku, and he wants to defeat Deku, with his own power. But Kachan also realizes that if he doesn't, they're not going to defeat Nine, and they're both going to end up dying before they can ever become pro heroes. And you guys can see in the footage I have on the screen. Basically, and it's a very emotional moment. I filmed the reaction of the crowd, which I'll post in another video. It was absolutely wild, alright? When Deku gives the power of One for All to Kachan, and they team up together. And what was so beautiful is the final battle, the final couple of minutes, they have the music, the You Say Run music playing in the background, but it had no lyrics. It was like a more emotional, slower type version of the song. And then there was and all there is Deku and Kachan. They're fighting at 100% One for All, and they're going up against Nine, and there's no audio. It's just the soundtrack playing as they're battling Nine, and everything's so fast paced, like you really can't tell what the hell is going on. And right at the end, Deku does one more I think it was a Delaware Smash. No, it was Manchester Smash. My bad. He does a Manchester Smash. No, Manchester or St. Louis Smash. It was one of the two. He does that kick with his leg. It's either Manchester or St. Louis Smash. And he does that 100%, while Kachan does a full energy blast at 100%. And that's how they defeat Nine. And right at that moment, it looks like that's the end for Deku. His story is going to come to an end. And you can definitely see why the creator of My Hero Academia, he said in an interview that he originally had this to be the ending for My Hero Academia, because this would have fit very well for an ending. But because how popular My Hero has become, you can see why they decided to go away from this ending, but it's an emotional battle. It hits you hard. It's arousing. It's energetic. And at the end, when All Might shows up and Deku tells All Might that I gave One for All to Kachan, I'm sorry. It's such an emotional scene, and they played it so well. But the funny writing here is basically Kachan felt unconscious before the transfer could 100% go through. And then later on, when Contra wakes up, he has no like memory of ever using One for All, which is kind of cheesy writing. But they had to do it because if they didn't, Deku would not have One for All. This is the reason why this is a standalone movie. Even though I feel like this movie could have perfectly played, into the canon My Hero Academia timeline. But I understand why they just had it as a standalone movie, because this was the original ending for My Hero Academia. Then we also see Shigaraki. Nine actually survives the battle, but he's heavily injured. He's on the brink of death. Shigaraki finds Nine and actually kills him using his decay quirk, and that's what happens. It's a great movie, definitely a great movie. It may actually be better than Two Heroes, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to say that yet. Let me go see it in the English subtitles first, and then I'll let you guys know. But it's a fantastic movie. Definitely the focus being on Deku and Kanchan. I see what they're doing here because the anime is mostly about Deku. Two Heroes was about Deku and All Might, and Heroes Rising was focused on Deku and Kanchan. I love that. I kind of wish Todoroki would have got a little more of a focus here since he's the other member of the big three of Class 1A. But still, Todoroki had a fantastic moment. My boy Tokoyami had some amazing moments. I don't have time to get into all that because I don't want this to be a super long video. But overall, Heroes Rising, a fantastic movie. I really enjoyed it. If you guys love My Hero Academia, if you guys love anime in general, and you guys are just looking for a good film, especially since, we're nearing the end of winter, you're looking for something to get you to take a break from school, all that, go to the theater. Don't wait till this comes out on DVD or gets leaked online, something like that. Go watch this movie in theaters. You guys are not going to regret it. This was a fantastic movie. The writing was a little cheesy at times, but the action, the emotion, the music, and basically they only just used the music from the anime for this movie, but I didn't mind it at all. They didn't have to make a whole, original soundtrack for this. It was a great movie, and definitely I would give it a thumbs up. All right, I'll probably do another video a couple weeks from now once more people have seen the film on the legacy and the impact of this film. I'm thinking about doing it My Hero Academia Two Heroes versus Heroes Rising video. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comment section down below. But overall, this was a fantastic movie. Definitely go see it. I definitely recommend it. All right, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section what were your thoughts on Heroes Rising if you saw it. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys enjoyed this video, enable notifications by clicking the bell next to my name, Facebook TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not feeling too well. If you guys can't tell by my voice, by the way I sound. But overall, thank you guys for a little support. Make sure to follow me on social media. The links are in the description down below. And remember one last thing. In everything you do in life, make sure to go plus ultra. I'll see you guys later.